No Irish need apply. That insulting and discriminatory warning was common in the 1800s in America. It was displayed in store windows and newspaper help wanted ads. State Street Global Advisors is one of the largest investment firms in the world. It's headquartered, perhaps paradoxically, in the highly Irish city of Boston. And State Street just announced, loudly and proudly, believe it or not, its 2021 version of No Irish Need Apply. They're now publicly warning that white men are second-class citizens when it comes to hiring at the global bank. The Times of London just broke the story detailing staff at one of the world's biggest investment companies have to get special approval to hire a white man rather than a woman or an ethnic minority candidate. The firm promises to triple the number of minority bank officers by 2023, and any managers falling short of this quota will be faced with reduced bonuses. In fact, the firm now demands that hiring be conducted by committees of 4 to 5 people with at least one woman and one minority on each one of those panels. So, the firm's antidote to past discrimination, which was clearly real at one time in America, will be somehow helped today by a new wave of discrimination, this time against the roughly 110 million citizens of America who happen to be male and happen to be white. Now, in addition to the obvious bigotry that State Street employs with this policy, recall that taxpayers, you, saved this company, and not very long ago. During the financial crisis, we taxpayers funneled $2 billion, billion with a B, to State Street to keep that firm, and many firms like it, afloat during the darkest days of late 2008. You bailed out State Street, and how have they paid you back? By telling your white husband or your white son that he is not welcome to work at their elite institution. Now, Steve Cortes happens to be Hispanic. Come on in, Esteban. But Steve Cortes? No, sorry, you're not welcome. How is this reality possible in 2021 in America? How is this company bragging about this stance? Now listen, I want to tell you, I have personally and professionally benefited from this kind of policy agenda. And let me tell you bluntly, as an American citizen, if this doesn't change, and quickly, it will ruin our society. Consider the reaction of the corporate media to the stunning electoral wins of a week ago in Virginia and elsewhere. Here's Vanderbilt professor Michael Eric Dyson demeaning and dehumanizing a U.S. Marine veteran and the first woman elected as Lieutenant Governor of Virginia, Winsome Sears.
There is a black mouth moving, but a white idea through the running on the runway of the tongue of a figure who justifies and legitimates the white supremacist practices.
And here is a tweet posted from Jamil Hill, formerly of ESPN and currently writing for The Atlantic. Here's what she posted. It's not the messaging, folks. This country simply loves white supremacy. Wow. Whether this garbage comes from State Street Bank, a Vanderbilt professor, or a nationally prominent broadcaster and writer, it's totally wrong. And it's taking America down a really, really dangerous path. Castigating whites as somehow inherently guilty is an awful agenda. And turning white men specifically into enemies, into villains, it will take our society to awful places, to places of conflict and of reprisals. So the question then becomes, how do we reverse this toxic cultural slide and this economic pollution? Well, for starters, we can use our political power. We must use our political power to punish firms like State Street Global Advisors that openly target people based on immutable characteristics, things they cannot control, like race and sex. Let's use government to make them pay for openly hating on white people. Let's literally make them pay financially.
Hi, Rob Carson here. If you love watching Newsmax, you're really going to love listening to our new podcast. It's called the Newsmax Daily. I host it, and I give you the best briefing of the big news of the day, top newsmaker interviews, and even, yes, a few laughs. I know it's hard to believe. So if you're driving, walking, exercising, just about anywhere, you can connect with the Newsmax Daily with me, Rob Carson. Find our podcast online or go to iPhone, Spotify, iHeart, Stitcher, and more, and start listening today.